The reason we know about great companies in whatever market we're operating in, or if they're not in the markets that we're operating in and they've been written down in books, is because those great companies have great stories. And those great stories have a structure. And that structure is something that I've worked to identify and replicate for emerging businesses. It gives me the ability to test a business on paper before I ever invest in the build. And that story is where we always start. It is the easiest thing to test, and it is the most affordable thing to test. The goal of building the narrative and putting everything down on paper is it gives us this tool that allows us to shape our business and our product and our features and our functions in the mind of the customers that we want to go and touch. So the first tool in the platform is the market narrative. It's a way to evaluate if your product will work if you're not in the room. If you're not in the room to sell it, and if you're not in the room to educate somebody on why you get to win. Imagine putting all the things you think about, the logistics of your business, the value proposition that you want to put in the market, the headlines that you want to write, the features and functions. All of that will be put on a single 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. And the way that I test this with businesses is I give it to somebody and I leave. Now, if they read that narrative, and if they either want to work for the company or buy the product, I know I have something. But if those two outcomes don't happen, then I know I have to go back and rebuild. It's the first part of breaking the product, because I can rebuild it in the same day. And with these tools, we'll pressure test this together. And you'll be pressure testing this against real data and real customer insight, snapshots from the current market. Now, this story is it's a foundation. Once we have it, that sets the basis for our consistency of our business, of our brand, of the people that we want to hire. It's a way that we can create momentum in the market. Now, the great businesses that we know about and their great stories, their stories are simple. They're easy to retell because they have meaning and they have tension and they have irony and they have the ability to fail. And there's a future that we want to see them win. Now, those are the tenets that will be put in the market narrative. And once you have that, you have something very, very powerful. And from there, you build your business values, you'll build your entire communication platform, the websites that you make, the presentations that you craft. Everything has a basis on this story. So as you grow and as you gain influence in the market, you get to rely on a very consistent story that you tell, that your salespeople tell, that your marketing language tells, and that your customers will tell. That's what we're doing. I want to help you become the story that others tell.